Welcome to Curiousaholic. My name's Evan, and I'm here with my favorite piano player, Haiko.
Hello, beautiful people.
So, before we get into today's episode, here's a quick rundown of how the podcast works. So, each episode, one of us comes up with a topic they're curious about and reveals it live to the other person in the hopes to spark a deep discussion and further our knowledge of the world around us.
Let's get a party in here.
Gangster party.
Gangster party. Yeah.
So, hope you guys enjoyed that jam. We always try to start off the episode with some cool tracks.
Some cool, unique beats.
Yeah.
Only on Curiousaholic. Each time the theme is different.
Yeah. So if you've been following a while, you guys get to appreciate some different beats that we come up with every time.
You know, we work hard.
Yeah. It's always an integral part of our podcast. We try to make it fresh and original.
Yep.
So enough about the music. Let's get into today's episode. So I hope you're ready.
Let's jump right into it.
So can you reveal what the theme was that I mentioned pre-recording?
Oh, that you mentioned?
Yeah.
Okay, so Mr. Evan here said the theme is like you're getting robbed.
Yeah. So we tried to make that music fit with that.
Did that sound like someone getting robbed?
So imagine someone's robbing your house and that's the music that's playing.
You said it's a theme where you're getting robbed, but it's positive.
Yeah, because it's not really going to impact you that in a negative way.
Oh, okay. So it's like you want to get robbed.
Yeah, you want to get robbed because after you make profit.
Wait, so are we the robbers in this case?
I'm the robber.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. So we always
Putting
start
on
off
the
with a little
ski
teaser. Yeah, with a ski mask. Oh, all right.
Yep.
All right, so you ready for the teaser?
Yeah, let's start
Right.
always.
So can you read this meme as the teaser?
Stealing your friend's idea, smart.
So yeah, I said
Oh, okay. I see. So you stole someone's idea here?
stole your idea.
Stole my idea?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. No.
Yeah, so like see everything is coming together, right? We talked about stealing and robbing at the beginning with the music, and now I showed you a meme about robberies.
Your favorite piano player?
Yeah,
Is that how you treat him?
I'm literally robbing Haiko of his idea for this topic.
God damn it.
All right, so do you have any guesses what it might
I'm
be?
being betrayed by my co-host. Well, okay. I mean, it's not much of a hint here.
It's your
Yeah, but it could be
idea.
any idea. It's like
Okay, so I'll give you a hint.
yeah, it's pretty.
Okay. What are we allowed to share as a common theme on this, a common topic on this podcast?
Oh, are you doing a philosophically deep?
You got it.
Nice. Okay, I was waiting for you to do one
There you go.
yourself.
And yeah, so topic reveal philosophically deep, and I stole your idea.
You stole my idea.
Yeah, so this is the third philosophically deep. If you guys are not aware of what it is, it's actually a mini series that Haiko created, and then I stole it, and I made it my own for this one.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, I made it so you not steal it. Use
Yeah, I
it.
could profit from it. See?
Why such negative language?
Yeah, so it's a mini series where we kind of dive into these really deep questions that either we come up with or we just come across, whatever. And we base our whole episode around these deep questions and really go deep, because that's one of our strong points, I would say, on this podcast, is that we really like going deep and trying to understand like difficult issues or societal problems, whatever. So
Yeah. Which, the series is not specific to one topic. It's usually just any philosophical question that we want to.
yeah, and usually we
Talk
go
about.
we choose like 3 to 4 questions, and we kind of go deep into those questions.
Each one, yeah.
Yeah. So for this episode, I chose 4.
Good. Yeah, that's what I usually do. 4.
I came up with like a couple, and some of them I found.
Yeah, that's what I do too. I get inspired
Yeah.
for a round.
So I hope you're ready.
Cool. Let's see what you came
And
up with.
just an aside,
Yeah.
remember how you say that you somehow managed to figure out my topic every single episode?
Yeah.
You did. You mentioned it right before.
Did I?
You did. You said hey, you know what? You should probably do Philosophically Deep at some point.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah,
I
you
did.
And I was laughing and I couldn't. I almost revealed it.
Every single time.
He
It
always
happens
gets
so
it
many
somehow.
times.
Yeah, it's really funny.
Oh.
Yeah, because you were talking about our other miniseries, which is the tier list, and you're like, "Oh, I should probably do one of those one day."
Yeah, maybe I should do one.
Yeah, and then you said like, "Oh yeah, you should do Philosophically Deep too," and then I almost like,
Yeah, you're right. I did mention it. Oh my goodness.
yeah, it's really funny. It's so funny
What a
that you
coincidence each time.
every single time.
I'm just.
All right, so are you ready for the first question?
Yes, sir.
All right,
Let's see
go.
what you came up.
All right, so the first question is, do you believe in destiny?
Oh wow. Okay. Well, it seems like you got 3 sub questions here.
Yeah, it's just kind of like
Expanding.
Yeah,
over
kind of
that
expanding
question.
on that idea and just helping us like through the question itself.
I mean, the age-old question: do we have a destiny? Man, that's a good one.
It's a good one. It's a tough
that's
one.
Yeah. Do I believe in destiny? I mean, sometimes I kind of say things like, everything happens for a reason, that kind of thing, right? But then I have other people, friends of mine, who are like, no, it happened because it happened. It wasn't for a reason. It's just the consequences of a certain action brought this. You could have done something else and something else happened, But like, yeah, like destiny as in, do you mean like it was written out, like this is the path that you're going to take?
Yeah, that's the
like when you're
the avenue
born.
I'm trying to
This
explore.
is okay, which a lot of religious people
Yeah.
also hold that belief.
So it's like, is your life written out as a script? Kind
No,
of? No.
no,
right?
I don't think like your life is. I think me personally, when I say everything happens for a reason, is that in everything that happens in your life, there's something to be learned.
Yeah.
And something to grow with, like where. Because people usually say, oh, I have a bad destiny, or he has a good destiny, something like that. No, you have your own journey, and whatever happens is what teaches you and what helps you grow as a person. So everything happens for a reason for you to grow and mature.
Yeah.
Not that because this is what was supposed to happen. It's just circumstances in life. That's what brought those events. So. Yeah, that's what I would say,
I tend to agree with that, and kind of one of the sub questions that I wrote from the main topic is, does our fate rest in our hands only, or do we have do we have, let's say we did have a destiny that was written out, okay? Do we have the power in our own hands to change that fate, or is it just preconceived that way and there's no way around it? Like,
well. Yeah, I mean, if you say you have a destiny, then you don't have control.
Yeah, okay. But would there be a way to like change it somehow? Like,
because that's the problem with like people who hold this belief like your destiny is set. It's that whatever I do, the destiny thing is always going to come on top.
Yeah. So,
that was part of your destiny.
So for you,
you
it's
can
like,
never beat it.
Yeah. So for you, it's like 0 or 100, right? It's like you have a destiny, you have no control over that, or you don't have a destiny, and your life is decided by your own actions and your
by the influences around you and
course of life, basically.
Yeah, course of life. The mishmash and influence of many people, many things together, and your decisions towards that. Just that's what I think.
We did kind of talk about this on one of our episodes, I think, where I think it was actually one of the Philosophically Deep episodes you did before, where we kind of talked about how our environment kind of shapes who we are. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah, I think was that the one with if our language influences thought or thought influences language.
Exactly. And it kind of ties into this too. Like if you weren't surrounded by certain people and certain culture and society, like your fate would be entirely different, right? Like, so like, let's say my life wasn't here in Montreal. It was, somewhere else in the world, and I wouldn't know you and I wouldn't, be doing what I'm doing right now. Then my destiny and my fate would just be a whole different way, and it wouldn't be the same at all, right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I find the word destiny kind of like you can't. I don't know. It's almost like, how can I prove this? Destiny could also just be your journey,
Yeah.
your life journey. This is my life journey. You know, every step I take, people can say, that was your destiny. You were supposed to do that. That's what it was supposed to happen. Well,
Yeah,
okay.
It seems a little weird to me to have to rely on that, you know? Like let's say I make a mistake, like I'm not going to say, "Oh, it was
That was
destiny's
yeah.
choice." Like, what? No, like
Yeah, because it almost like takes the control out of you.
Right,
It says, oh, it's already written. This is what's going to happen. So
it's like you're putting the blame on something else that you can't control
yeah, but
instead of putting the blame on yourself.
yeah, there you go. Like, you don't take responsibility
Yeah.
for your actions.
No ownership at all. It's like it was written out that way. It's going to be that way.
Yeah.
Like I committed a crime, I committed the murder or something. It was destiny.
Oh, it was that.
Like what? No.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, would you say for a murderer that was his destiny to kill
Right.
someone?
Like, would you want, like, why would your destiny be that in the
To
first
murder
place?
someone,
Yeah,
yeah.
like,
You know, oh, it was his destiny to kill him. Okay, I mean, that's kind of sad, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like, so nobody has any accountability in that case, you know?
yeah, what would life be? Like, it would just be, you know.
You know, the judicial system
Yeah.
would be like, oh, that was his destiny.
Right, it'd be so weird. Can you imagine? Can you imagine we based our whole
Actions
judicial
in
system
life.
on that, like destiny?
Yeah, you know, no judging people with, you know, there would be no justices because it would be, okay, well, it's his destiny to steal, it's his destiny to kill.
Yeah, exactly. Like we based people's sentences on like how bad their destiny was. Like he had a bad destiny.
He had a bad destiny.
He gets like life in prison,
Wow.
and his destiny was to end up in the jail.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. It always wins.
Yeah.
You can never beat it. It's always going to be one step ahead.
Yeah. Oh, he got out of jail early. It was destiny.
Oh, it was destiny.
Can you imagine you'd be able to say that for everything?
Well, that's what I'm saying. You can never beat the destiny because it's like whatever you do, it's like a shadow. It always
Yeah.
follows.
It always follows.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but yeah.
So yeah, we kind of answered all the questions I wanted on that. Do you have anything else to add on that one?
Can we change our fate, or is it only predisposed? Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you can influence your own faith and where you go in life. You're obviously influenced by other things, which can lead you to do certain things, and you could be like, "Oh, that was my destiny to end up here." But you know, yeah, there's no pre-written script for your life.
Yeah, I think we both agree on that. It's like, imagine you just decide to become fat, and you're like, yeah, I'm destined just to eat till my death. You know, like how does that make sense? Like
Yeah.
it doesn't seem weird.
Or
It
if I just
seems
sit and
weird.
do
Yeah.
nothing all day, just sit and do nothing, is that my destiny?
Yeah, like it's so strange.
Like if someone says, okay, my destiny will bring everything that needs to be brought to me, so I'm just gonna cross my hands and sit.
And wait until it comes.
Yeah, wait until it comes. No, it's not.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like, like, are you breaking your destiny if
Yeah.
like you go up the stairs and you get whatever you need to get? You know, like it just seems weird.
Or someone will be like, oh, that was his destiny to do nothing. It's like, okay, you can never win.
Yeah, like you said, it always wins. Like if the guy went up the stairs, okay,
Destiny.
that's what it was. You know, like, if he decided to keep sitting, then you know,
That's it, yeah.
destiny as well.
Yeah, exactly. Or like a lot of religious people who do believe in that, and I'm like, okay, well, why do you pray to God for things to change?
You know what I think it gives people. I think it kind of gives like hope in a sense where, like you said earlier, you know, like it's almost like what goes around comes around. Also, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like, you know, if you do something that's good, then then from that your life gets better and better. Then it was destiny because you're a good person and you know like you're doing good for yourself.
So karma more.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of like it's weird.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, but that's the thing. Like, if someone, a religious person especially, believes in destiny, then why would they, let's say, pray for a better life or something more?
Yeah.
You know, if you are destined to go left, but you're like saying, please God, I want to go right because that's where, you know, the best things are. No.
Yeah, you
Don't
can make that
question
conscious decision to go right. you
to
know?
go, yeah, in a different direction. You know.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Yeah, so I think that was a good question to delve into.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool one.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
We
that's my
kind
thought.
of explored some of these themes in previous episodes, but
Yeah, kind of,
sort of. Yeah.
sort of touched upon it.
I think the next one we kind of explored as well, but now we're gonna put it all together again.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see
Okay,
what
so
the
you ready for the
question
second
number
one?
2 is.
All right, let's go to the next one. All right, so the question is, do we control technology or does technology control us?
Interesting.
Yeah, this one we've definitely touched on before.
Yeah, with different viewpoints. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've talked about technology quite often.
Yeah, in so many different cases, like, we talked about the monolith thing, we talked about the metaverse and all these things.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Do we
And-
control technology or does technology control us? Well, it could be either or.
yeah, well, in which cases does it control us and which cases do we control it?
Well.
That's what we got to define.
Okay. I think nowadays technology controls us
Yeah, I agree.
in a lot of cases, like our phones. It's
Yeah.
computers. They really do kind of control us. Because
Even our jobs, like everything is just IT, and it's just getting more and more ingrained in our lives.
Yeah, I mean, doing your job with technology is one thing because you're using it as a tool to a means to an end. But,
Yeah,
But if you can't do your life because you're so stuck upon that technology, then it controls you.
yeah, correct. But I'm just saying, like, just in, let's say you're at work and you're doing your job for 8 hours a day, and then you're still tempted to look at your emails, or you're still tempted to do little things for the job. It always comes back. It's always part of your day. It's always there.
Okay. Yeah.
So it kind of feels like it's always present.
Yeah, it is. It's very much present in our life. I mean,
Yeah, and especially the phones. Like how long can you go without
like-
your phone? Like, it's crazy.
yeah,
Like-
there are little computers in your pocket and something stronger than your computer.
And how could we take over in that sense? Like, how do we control technology? Like, what could we do to stop ourselves from being so reliant and just become brainless zombies?
Touch grass.
Yeah, touch grass. Like,
Oh my god, I touched grass. No, I know I'm being silly, but like, yeah, it's about discipline. It's about trying. Well, how can we like control technology instead of it controlling us? It's tough because a lot of the technology is built to get us stuck and to get us kind of addicted to
so
it.
it's
and
about the
dopamine.
dopamine.
Yeah, exactly. And that episode especially, we
Yeah, we
touched
did.
upon.
Yeah, right.
the addiction to like smartphones and technology in general. Because that's the thing. It's like, okay, I can try to be disciplined and self-control myself, but the social media apps and all the different websites and whatever, they're designed in such a way. It's like you're battling your
Inner
reptilian
demons. Yeah. Intergalactical demons.
Yeah, no, this time it's the inner demon.
Yeah.
They're coming for your kids. They're gonna come and they're gonna eat your brain and they're gonna eat your soul.
They're gonna eat everything.
They're gonna eat everything.
Technology controls us. Your phones are gonna eat you soon.
Yeah, soon you're just gonna live in the metaverse.
Oh no. I really hope we don't.
Like I saw a video recently on YouTube. Funny enough, I don't know if it was troll, but it was like saying apparently this guy 24/7 he has a headset on and he's just in the metaverse. He sleeps in the metaverse. He goes to work, and to go to work they show him driving a GTA. Like, hell.
I mean, yeah, it's probably far fetched, but at the same time, like, it could happen.
Like,
some
yeah,
people could become so freaking hooked on.
It's
these things.
hilarious, but you're like,
It's like, it reminds me of just people that are hooked on like games like World of Warcraft or something. Like, they're just
just
it's
engrossed
part of
in
their
it.
life. Like, yeah, they're just completely submerged in that shit.
Yeah, or like they just can't wait, the work day ends so they can just go back into it, and
Or they don't work at all, or they don't do anything. It's all
just
day.
all day just games. Yeah.
They're like a goblin at heart or something, or like a
Goblin.
whatever the factions are in the game.
Oh, okay, in the game, yeah. Man, I've never been a fan of like, fantasy, medieval kind of
Yeah,
kind of thing.
I used to play a bit, but
Yeah.
try not to get too hooked.
Yeah. Games thing of the past for me now. No, not so often.
So
anymore.
would you say that games do no longer control your life?
Yeah, so for me, yeah, let's say the games part they don't, but do some things do still? Yeah, my phone and YouTube still
Yeah.
kind of.
For me, I need to watch out with YouTube. As much as I love YouTube, and you should go watch our YouTube
Like,
channel.
yeah, watch our videos, but be careful. With,
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny that we preach that, but at the same time, like we're like, don't do that.
Yeah, it has its pros and cons. I love YouTube. YouTube has taught me a lot. I've discovered a lot of things. Like so
Same.
much information is available there. But obviously, YouTube now is trying to compete with a lot of the other apps like TikTok, Instagram.
Yeah.
They're trying to become, fast, quick consumption.
Yeah, and I
apps.
need to be careful with YouTube. Like to be honest, like I find myself like I can't even have the app on my phone anymore. Like when I go on YouTube, it has to be from my computer because I tend to spend less time on my computer like faffing around. I just on my phone
Just quickly.
like I could be there for hours.
Hours just scrolling.
Yeah. So if I want to go on YouTube, like I need to go on my computer and do whatever I have to do from my computer. If I'm on my phone, I
cool.
don't allow myself to have the app anymore because like it's so
You get
addicting.
stuck.
Yeah. And I
Yeah.
just scroll through shorts and videos and I watch a Curiousaholic shorts all day.
No, he's an OG. Trying to boost our stats. Yeah, so so this question is not either or, it's kind of both.
Yeah, it is both.
It's-
I mean,
Some technologies control us, others don't. Others are controlled a lot, and others aren't. But
okay.
yeah,
I'm trying to find an example. Okay, we found a lot of exampes where technology controls us.
yeah.
But can we find an example of where we control technology?
well, yeah. Let's say driving your car. I mean, that's a technology.
Okay.
Yeah, it's kind of like people always
But
associate.
would you be able to live your life without your car? See, that's the problem.
Okay.
So are you dependent on the technology? Or
Yeah, but it
do you use
doesn't-
the technology to your own means?
But what do you mean by control?
Just, like your life would not go on without it.
Yeah, but I feel like that's maybe kind of a different definition. Like let's say with my mom, I kind of sort of still depend on her or whatever, but that doesn't mean she controls me.
Yeah, but she's a human being and she's not programmed.
No, I know, but
So-
but I'm trying to understand, like, just because I'm dependent on something doesn't mean it controls me.
Yeah, I know. Okay, well, for
what I-
example, would you ever go back to taking public transit?
Yeah, I mean,
See what I mean?
Sorta
It's
not.
kind of because now you have
So I'm
that
used
luxury,
to.
right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like the more these technologies come out and the more they're available to the public.
okay, so you mean more dependent on?
Yeah,
the
that's kind of the
technology.
question. Yeah, the question it could be however you want to interpret it, but in my perspective, it's how dependent we become.
Oh,
And
okay.
that's also
Well-
controlling us in a sense, right?
Okay. If you're looking in, well, dude, I mean, a lot of things are technology. I mean, just, the advancement in modern society, the infrastructures that we have, the electricity is okay. Well, I'm dependent on the electricity. That's a technology, right?
Yeah.
The wires that come and
It all is.
light up our houses, the camera that we use, right? I mean, so okay, yes, in that sense, okay, because I was maybe thinking like you're like controlled.
I
as
think
in,
you're thinking more of like computers and
addicted.
Yeah,
or,
addicted.
Like it controls you. Like you can't lead your life.
Yeah,
because,
because maybe you forgot to realize that like technology is much broader than, like you said, just phones and
like cars
software
or
or whatever.
technology. Yeah,
Technology is really it's broad, right? It's like it could be mechanical systems, it could be electrical systems, like you said. I don't know. By saying that, it kind of reminded me of an old teacher that kept saying that in university. He's like, mechanical systems, electrical systems, all the same system. He used to say that all the time. Anyways, yeah.
Okay. Okay, I see. And so you were more broad in your term
Yeah.
of technology, and it was more like, how dependent are we? Yeah, we're pretty much dependent because electricity goes out, cars fail.
Yeah,
We're
electricity goes out for 2 days. Everyone's
We're
crying,
effed.
and like, we're all done.
yeah, everyone's like, calling the electric company, like, what the, where's
Yeah.
my electricity?
That's funny. Yeah.
Yeah, society would go down pretty fast if
Modern society for sure.
internet went out, electricity went out. Like, oof,
Yeah.
so much.
We'd realize how vulnerable and weak we are.
So yeah, exactly. So you know what? I'm tending more towards controls us because
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
it's almost like this machine with like all these tentacles, and it got a
Yeah.
hold onto everything.
It's I'm trying to think of any example where we have a direct control over technology. I can't find any really. Well, other than the fact that we operate the technology, like at the end of the day, technology wins over us. Like it's so present
Present in everyday life.
exactly that we get controlled.
Okay. In that sense, yeah, I agree. Okay. Damn. So we are the puppets of our
Yeah.
and then one day we invent AI. And then we're really controlled by technology.
It's already on the way, man.
No, I mean, but again, like you said, we still have the control. Yeah, as much as we created this thing that we're dependent on, oh my God, give me water, give me electricity, but we still designed it and we still can tinker with it. So the same thing with AI. We're the ones who are going to design this AI, right? So why would it become, the T1000 and start coming,
Can you imagine, like, yeah, we program some type of AI and then like it just backfires and then it starts changing its own code or something. Like,
yeah, it's all
that?
self-coding.
It's like so smart that like it knows how to like reprogram itself.
Yeah, I just kind of find it hard to believe that, we would let that happen when we're the ones designing. Like, really?
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're pretty far from creating a robot that's general purpose.
Yeah, I don't think
It's
we're that
just,
close.
it's very hard because computers have a hard time seeing what we see. They need to
Yeah.
be very specific in their action, like a computer can only do, this movement or whatever. So anyways,
Yeah, still pretty amazing though that we humans
But-
created something that's so like
we've still come pretty far.
yeah.
That's true.
All right, like,
was-
we went down the rabbit hole on this one.
Yeah.
So
That was interesting. So yeah, I would tend towards the control.
Same.
Yeah.
All right, next question. We got two more.
Yeah, sure.
All right,
Go ahead.
let's do it. Can you reveal the next question?
Oh no.
You have to say it.
Yeah. So you stole this idea from another
Yeah. So
from
I
a
chose this.
pretend animal.
Yeah. So I chose this question from one of our friends that keeps talking about this, and I thought we would address it right here on the podcast.
Okay, I mean, what is better, offense or defense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, according to him, the best.
Offense is the best defense. That's what he says.
Or does he say defense
No,
is the best?
offense.
Offense is
Yeah,
the best defense.
Offense is the best defense. That's what
Okay. Okay,
yeah.
let's take his famous quote by the pretend animal. That offense is the best defense. It's a circle.
It is. I
It's
agree.
a circular, like equation. It just comes back. It's like offense is the best defense, so they're both the
Yeah.
same.
Yeah, it's like
I never understood.
Yeah, and that's why honestly, as dumb as this question could sound, like because he keeps
he keeps saying that.
screwing around with this question.
Yeah.
Think about it just like really broadly, like just in
Okay, but-
any aspect of life, whether it be in warfare or just in sports, could be in any field you want.
Yeah, like in general,
In
is it
general.
better to like, jump onto something, attack first, or be defensive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I know,
which
I
approach is the best and is balanced the best
Okay.
approach?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if there's one or the other that's better.
So, okay, let's think about like warfare. Which one of both would be better?
In warfare, damn, I mean, I'm not a general here, but like,
You have a lot of war experience.
I mean, I do, apply a lot of strategies in life, but not warfare.
Okay, so
related.
in your general strategies in life, are you more of like a go-getter and just like, you go right on the attack?
Or am I
do you
more
kind of plan
defense?
yourself out? I think you're more on the
Yeah, I'm more on the
very meticulous, planning and covering all
Fence.
bases. I think you're more on that.
Yeah, I am.
For me, I think I'm right in the middle. Like I plan out what I want to do, but at the same time, like I do it relatively quickly, kind of.
Okay, you still take action.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm more like I gotta make sure
You gotta make sure everything's good.
is.
Yeah. Just like to give you an example, to start off this podcast, Heiko spent probably 40 minutes setting up the backend track.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, that was quite a while.
Yeah, so he's more of a defensive kind of guy.
Well, I mean, okay. I mean, if you're going on the offense, you're not gonna prepare. Is that what you're saying?
Well, some people are they're so impulsive, right?
Yeah, like the person you
Yeah.
got inspired from.
Yeah, so there's two opposite spectrums here. There's people that are like very meticulous and they gotta plan everything out, and then there's people that are super impulsive and they kind of don't really they think, but like they don't think that long. They kind of do. They
just do
really
it.
quick.
Yeah, they're just whatever they feel, they go for it. But okay, when we're talking about like offense, defense here, okay, like what is defense? Like I'm trying to understand.
It could be interpreted in so many ways.
Yeah,
and that's why it's a good philosophical question. So we started talking about it that way. So like just in life, are you someone that plans shit out more, or are you someone that
just
goes
takes
for it?
action?
Yeah, let's go on that.
Those
in that
terms.
sense, yeah.
Yeah, okay. If we say it like that, then yeah, I'm someone who plans
Yeah.
quite a bit before
Okay.
taking offense.
What do you think is better?
What do I think is better?
So here, I'm gonna ask a question about yourself. Do you think it's good to plan out that much, or do you think it's better to like plan out and then go faster in executing a plan or whatever, or do you think you got it down?
I plan out because I'm not dependent on my destiny.
It's all coming around.
See? Because I plan my destiny. I'm just gonna walk and whatever happens.
You plan your destiny and then you watch out for any technologies that might interfere, and then you're on
ward
the
off
defensive
T-1000 robots. Yeah, so me, I do definitely plan in advance and make sure. Sorry, what was the question again?
So I said, do you think that's optimal? The way you
okay.
operate, like
is
you
that the
kind
best method?
Yeah, is that the best method? Or no, I'm asking a question about Heiko here.
Is that the best method? Listen, I mean, yeah, I guess I'm biased because that's what I find, most comfortable with. I guess it depends from the person.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's very personal. It's a very personal choice.
Sort of like
if it works for you, then continue doing what you're doing.
Yeah, exactly. It's sort of your personality trait and kind of how your brain processes information. Some people, they just need to take the time to like meticulously organize and plan in advance, and other people, they just launch themselves in the jungle and like, okay, I know what to do, where to go, cut off the street, but another person needs to look at the map, kind of plan out the directions beforehand, because once the time comes, they're gonna get, oh my god, I'm getting too much info in.
Okay, so where do you draw the line between planning and overthinking? Or is that kind of the same thing?
No, it's not the same thing.
Not the same thing.
No,
okay.
no. I mean, just because you plan, you're not overthinking. But yeah, there's a point where it's like, okay, man, are you gonna take action or not?
Yeah, so you gotta, yeah, exactly. So I think his approach is good, but you need to be careful with that. Like, not spend too much time planning and not going on the attack in that sense where you actually execute your plan. Because all the planning is good, but if you can't actually execute because you don't feel like it, then there's no point.
There's no point to it anymore.
So, yeah, you do plan, but at the same time, you do take action. And so, you're not completely on that side of the spectrum where you just plan and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. And it also depends how, how risk tolerant you are.
Yeah.
Someone who goes on the offense a lot of times, he is bound to, fail, get rejected, something bad happens, whatever, something doesn't go the way they want it to, but they're like, oh, okay, well, pull myself from the bootstraps and keep on going.
Exactly, yeah.
But
so some people are just less afraid of failing at the same time.
basically, yeah. So it's like they go on the offense, and you're like, wow, this guy just always takes action, but they always hit a wall. But then they keep going, they find another road.
I just, when we're talking about this, it comes to mind, like, someone I knew from, like, university. Like, he was that type of guy. He didn't really, like, I feel like he didn't care that much of failing. Like, for just exams, just in his social circle, like, he would just, he'd talk to any girl, like, he wanted, just randomly, like, he'd go up to a girl. Like,
sometimes they're very confident.
He'd just look completely stupid in front of her, like, the girl. Like, all his friends would laugh, and he just didn't care. Like, he'd get rejected, he just didn't care.
He just plowed
doesn't
through.
matter. I'm like, okay, man, whatever works for you, I guess.
Yeah.
It's just weird. It's different.
It's different. Yeah, exactly. It's whatever works for you, and what do you value? Do you value just going on the attack always and not caring what other people think? Or do you kind of value of, like, creating this environment that you can control and
yeah, exactly.
You get it?
Yeah. So I guess to answer the question, balance is probably the smarter route. If you want to tend to lean towards one side, that's your personal choice, right? Like, Heiko chooses to lean towards more the planning
Defense,
and the defense, let's call it in this case. And then, once his plan is set out properly, then he decides to execute the plan and make it happen. So balance is important, right? Because if you don't plan, then you're going to fail automatically. And if you just go on the attack, then if you just stay on the defensive side, then your plan is never going to go to fruition. Happen at all.
If you always make sure to plan every single thing, like never take like just a spontaneous little, okay, let me try to try this out. You're always gonna be stuck in like buffering, and
loading.
It's like loading.
Yeah. It's like a Windows operating system.
Yeah, it's like, hey babe, wait. Yeah. But yeah, so I think a balance is key, but it kind of depends on your personality trait and how
where you want to be. Exactly. But at the end of the day, you can't just be offense and just be like, all right, I'm going to do this.
Balls to the walls all the time.
Doesn't work that way.
Yeah. Because some things, whether you like it or not, if you're just in the offensive kind of guy, if you're going like, to another freaking country to travel, you got to plan.
Yeah, okay. you got to have,
some things
some
you
type
just gotta,
of plan, right?
Yeah.
And some people might find that annoying too. Like those guys are just like, or girls, guys, girls, whatever. They're just like in your face and like, feels like they're just kind of talking at whim, just saying whatever, and just like, are you even thinking of what you're saying? Like,
like no prior kind of processing of what. Yeah, exactly.
So if you're kind of like so offensive, like on the offense, that it becomes like obnoxious, then people are gonna find you annoying and
no one is
probably gonna get in trouble. Maybe, like, who knows?
Yeah. So it's a mix of both, and you can lean towards one or the other depending on how you are, but don't go too much.
Yeah.
On one end.
So you did end up liking this question finally.
Yeah. I mean, if we talked it in a more general sense, not just offense is the best defense, which means nothing. It's just it's a circular.
He was just being offensive in his approach. He was just saying offense is better than defense. Okay.
Do you have any more offense?
Yeah, he was being offensive, like on the offense. All right.
Yeah, sometimes offensive too.
So, do you have any more points to bring on this question?
No, I think we covered it pretty well.
All right. Ready for the last one?
Last question.
All right. So, this one kind of ties in with the first one, I would say, a little bit. Let's look at it.
Forgot the first.
First one was Destiny.
Oh, yeah.
All right. You ready?
Yeah.
All right. The last one. Is there cause for every event?
So yeah, kind of. But
it ties in a little bit.
It's its
own question. So, could some event happen on a random occurrence, or is there always a cause for everything that happens in life? How we always talk about like cause and effect. Have you ever heard of that? It's kind of like
yeah.
So-
like is everything deterministic?
yeah. So it's kind of like destiny a little bit
Okay.
in its own right, but not entirely.
Yeah. Yeah, this is
So-
more like specific to like things and
Just
events.
Events, yeah.
Yeah. Didn't we like talk about this at one point, like regarding free will? I don't know if it was in another one of my
Yeah, we
philosophically
might have
deep.
spoken about this. Something
Try
similar.
to remember. Man, or was it an episode topic? I'm trying to.
It's all right. I mean,
Yeah.
we'll just treat this as a separate question, and if ever we find where we
Okay.
left off on this, then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, because okay. Anyways, so is there a cause for every event?
Okay, so
Well,
yeah, go for it.
I guess yeah. I mean,
Okay, so you think that there's no random occurrence that ever happens in anything. So there's always a cause.
But what are we talking about here exactly? Like,
At the
maybe-
purest level. Like, it could be like science, like, it could be just in life, in society, just
okay,
whatever.
but can we at least get an example? Like stick to one.
Okay, we could grab like a theme, let's say.
No, just one example of something happening. Like, give me an example.
The Big Bang.
Wow, you had to go for that, huh?
Yeah, I had to. You asked for an example.
That's like the first causes of
Exactly.
every causes and
See,
Oh.
it's like the chicken and the egg. It's like,
yeah, exactly. You went to that.
do you have any idea?
Is there a cause to the Big Bang? Well, I mean, reading that book from Lawrence Krauss, was an astrophysicist. I was reading, what was it called again? Everything from Nothing, I think. Yeah, that was the title of the book. No, Nothing. Man, Everything from Nothing.
But it's funny because the title of the book literally like talks about that it's like the same question.
Yeah.
That's literally the same.
Yeah, exactly. And he did say that, there was, oh man, I can't remember what he was saying, but yeah, that there was a cause to the Big Bang. Like, just
Yeah, it's like black holes, like
something in there
Yeah.
that triggered this.
back to the black holes.
Yeah. That's a hidden
Yeah, that's
episode.
a hidden gem.
One day might come out.
No.
No.
Probably won't release that one. Yeah, we did a practice episode on black holes once. It was
come on.
alright. It
It's interesting.
was interesting, but it might have been a bit too like technical.
technical, sciencey.
Down the rabbit hole, down the black hole.
Down the black hole, yeah.
So yeah,
Okay, is there a cause for every event? I mean, listen, okay, the Big Bang is like, I'm not an astrophysicist here. I can't really.
Yeah, but I think you're just overthinking the question, to be honest. Like you could, it could be. I think there's an easy answer.
Take something after the Big Bang, please. Okay, take something like what's happening now. Okay, like a meteorite.
Okay.
Okay, that's coming to crash on Earth. Okay.
Okay.
So is there a cost for that?
Well, yeah. In that case, there's probably a cause.
As in
As in, there's a piece of rock,
something that caused that piece to.
to just come
Okay.
towards Earth. It's pretty easy.
Okay.
So
yeah,
there's a
me
cause
too.
to that, right?
Yeah.
But is there something that you think in life
Anything that can
Anything
happen
could
that has
happen
no cause?
that has no cause?
Nope.
It's funny because remember how we spoke about Einstein a couple episodes
Yeah.
back?
Yeah.
There's this theory where there's a quantum physics theory that he was trying to prove for like years that there's certain like occurrences in science that are actually based on probability and they have no real cause and effect. So basically, yeah. So there's basically, I think it's how like a certain electron is like displaced or something, or how it gets ejected or whatever. I don't really know the details, but
Isn't it to do with like quantum physics?
Yeah,
where
it's a
like
quantum-
two things can like just appear at the same time, or something like that.
I don't really know I don't remember the details exactly of what it was, but it was definitely like a quantum physics theory that for years a lot of scientists were saying this principle or this phenomenon happens because there's no real reason. It's just based on probability.
It's just there's a probability that an electron would appear here and then jump here, do something
exactly.
without any
predisposed, reason.
Yeah.
So yeah, there is.
Okay, maybe at the quantum level, like Jesus.
We're going deep now.
Yeah, you're going really microscopic nano. Damn.
So, yeah. Okay, just in life, you think a random situation?
Yeah. Okay, let's go into like surface level here and.
Okay, so I just have an example.
Yeah.
For example, you bump into someone you just randomly, like you cross someone on the street
and you bump into someone
that you know.
That I know.
Just randomly.
Was there a cause for that event?
Was there a cause for that event?
Yes.
What was the cause?
Well, the cause.
You knew the person? Was that the cause?
No. I mean, the person is something that, already had before. But the fact that I bumped into that person that I knew, yes, there was a cause to that event. Because let's say I came out of my house to go do groceries, and then I walked on this street, and then I climbed that street, and then I bumped into that person. And that person had to go out and pick up their kids. So that was the cause for them to go out. And then they took the wrong street.
Okay. I guess that's the cause.
Well
okay, right. There is a slight, causality there. I don't know if that's how you really say it, but
okay.
But that the real reason? I think the bigger reason is that you know each other, so that's how you had the possibility of running into each other. That's the real cause.
But you mean like, is there a reason?
Yeah. Is there a reason why?
Okay, but that's destiny.
Yes, like I said, it does tie back a little bit.
Okay, what are we talking about? Like, if you're talking about the reason here, like there was a purpose for you to meet that person.
But that's the question. Is there a cause for every?
No. Okay, if we're going back to that purpose, destiny, no.
Okay,
but
so you're saying that. So there is possibility of random occurrences then. Earlier you said there wasn't when we were talking about destiny, but now you're saying there is. I'm blowing HAIKO'S circuitry.
Going on overdrive here. Geez, this is a lot of mental gymnastics here.
Hey, philosophically deep.
That's the point here.
I think I'm beating him at his own game.
Yeah, you are pushing me hard here. Yeah, that's the point. It's kind of like mental weightlifting.
Putting each other on the spot. No, but like all that to say, like I think there is a possibility for random occurrence in life. Like I think it's just it could happen. Like maybe there is a cause for two people to randomly bump into each other on the street, but the probability of that happening for like the cause is like so unknown that it's basically impossible. Like what are the chances exactly the reason why that happened? It's like so minute that it's just basically random at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, yeah, but that's the thing, because us humans, with our puny brains, we're not able to like understand the complexity of like life and everything that meshes together and everything that influences and makes things happen. That's the thing. That's why, like, when people give you that dilemma of like, if you could go back in time, would you do something different? Or like, they always say, oh, if you could go back in time, would you kill like Hitler? Something like that. And a lot of people are like, no, because if I did that, then maybe I might not be born and other things in life.
You wouldn't know the course of events that lead afterwards.
Yeah, exactly. So it's almost like saying, oh, so there is a destiny there. No, it's because every action has
something else.
Cause.
It's hard to pinpoint exactly how to answer this question, but this is kind of the point, just to
kind of like tinker with it.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess
we don't understand how you see it.
Right. We don't understand the causality for all these these occurrences in life. So a lot of the times we just attribute it to randomness and chance, and
that's what happened.
Right. Exactly. So yeah.
But there is, you know,
I think fundamentally there probably
Causality.
is causality, but it's so hard to pinpoint exactly what
Yeah.
it is that we just attributed to
like-
randomness.
it's like I go to another country in some random town up the village, and I meet someone that I know. It's
Exactly. Yeah, that was the exact example I was going to use after
Yeah.
you said like taking the car and driving down the street. Like, yeah, just imagine you're in another country. That happened to me, by the way. I went to
Really?
Italy a couple of years back, and at the airport,
Yeah.
I met someone I knew from here.
Huh.
I was like, what are the odds of that?
What
Like,
are the odds? Yeah. What a coincidence.
But here's the cause. I'll tell you what the cause is. Both of us are Italian, like our culture.
But
and
yeah, you know,
nationality
I
is
guess it
Italian.
makes sense.
So both of us, you know, that's the reason why we bumped into each other in Italy because
But in an airport, which is a place that kind of, you know,
connects
drives
people, right?
and
Yeah,
so you're increasing your chances even more,
exactly.
right? So, it
So
kinda,
there is a cause, but it's so like hard to pinpoint why that happened.
understand
Yeah.
all the leading events to that.
And then it led to that. But at the end of the day, like you don't understand what the cause is. So you're like, oh, it was just random. you
yeah,
know?
or it was destiny,
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah,
Exactly.
That's the thing. It's like when people can't understand something, they just, you know, either attribute it to randomness or that it was supposed to be, or that was written out. You know.
Yeah.
No, it's just so complex. You know, I don't even think computers can really compute that.
Yeah, because there's so many different there's so many
Factors.
possibilities and factors that led to that one event to happen. That it's like you said, not even a computer can computate that.
No. Maybe one day, I mean, I think, you know, us will never be able to do that, but I think we can program a computer that could take into account, but even,
Well,
Like,
not
can
really,
it?
because like even with AI right now, what we're teaching our AI to do is basically like self-learning, right? So it actually learns the different possibilities as it's being in use. So that's what
Okay.
like self-learning AI is. Like you program it with a certain, you know, capability to do a task, and then as it's doing its task, it learns
more.
It learns more and more and more, and then it has
like a
more,
child and it becomes an adult.
and then it has more possibilities to play with. So,
Okay.
but I don't think AI will ever get to the point where it could have all possible outcomes. Like it's impossible. There's so many. You can't. There's no way
It's
to
like, can
program
it take
that.
into account the space,
Yeah,
whatever is in the galaxies,
There's nothing it could like.
the
there's
weather,
no way.
the
Yeah.
animals,
There's
the,
so many factors. Yeah, it could be anything.
the
like
plumbing system, the electrical
the
system,
fridge
failing.
that's standing there. Like you like. There's so many factors that just that
Okay.
change the outcome of events.
You're right. So I guess like the universe is just infinite with so many things to take
Yeah.
into account. But I think AI can always know more and more and more and more. Never, because it's infinite, right?
Yeah.
The amount of things that it can know, but it can know more than it did before.
Yeah. All right. So I think to summarize this question, basically, in general cases, and you know, like intangible real life, you know, like not at the quantum level, there is a cause for most events in life. It's just sometimes the cause is so like unknown, and we don't have enough, you know, understanding of it that we just attributed a lot of events to randomness.
Yeah.
But at the quantum level, it's possible to have random occurrences.
Yeah.
So-
That I haven't really studied to know
Yeah.
more, but I guess so.
Yeah. So I think that's a good way to. Wow, that was a hard one to answer, but I think we kind of got to the end of it.
Yeah, you pushed me hard on that.
I pushed myself hard on this one too. Like
Yeah,
I did it like when I kind of. This is not a question I came up with, by the way. I kind of found this one
Okay.
online,
Yeah.
and I didn't think it was going to be that hard to answer. But
Jeez. Okay.
yeah, it was a good one.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Made us think a lot. So
All right, so that kind of sums up the 4 questions that I wanted to show you.
that was fun.
Yeah, well, we have some
Oh,
couple
the-
final thoughts as usual. All right.
Yes.
All right, so let's go. Let's just recap on all the questions and kind of give a consensus on everything. So the first question was about destiny. Yeah, so basically to sum up what we said earlier, you know, destiny it's destiny by choice in a sense, right? Like,
Yeah, you could say that.
Yeah. I think that's a kind of like a common expression that people use. Like
Yeah.
it's just not written destiny, it's destiny by choice, you know.
You choose your destiny.
You choose your own destiny, and you know you do have a say in what happens in life. It's not just, you know, written out. So I think we pretty much agreed on that.
Agreed.
right?
That I think you choose. That's it. You know.
Yeah, you choose. I mean, yeah, you could believe in destiny if you want, but like, don't make it. Don't base your whole life on that on that thought or that belief, because it's not gonna get you that far.
Although, if I were to push the destiny thing, and kind of relate it to the fourth question between cause and effect, because there are some people who think that your life is deterministic, as in everything happens because of something else that happened before. Like every action you take is not just out of the blue. It's because something influenced you to take that action. But then that's
that's why I said I had a feeling we were going to be able to tie in those two questions. But yeah, so I guess we kind of recapped the fourth one as well. So
that's okay. We can go over it. Yeah.
Yeah. So the technology one. Yeah. So I guess we still got to be careful on what, how we interact with technology, how we make it present in our lives, how we want to, interact with it, use it, whatever.
Yeah, to always have what do you call it? Like a safe. What's the word again?
Just like
a safety, like regarding technology, to not, if it fails, that we become trapped in this, enslaved because technology failed, or
a safety net almost.
Like a safety net. Yeah.
Yeah, so basically just don't rely on technology to do everything for you, to be honest.
Yeah.
It's like if technology goes away one day for some weird reason, like, you should be able to sustain yourself somewhat.
Live, yeah. Or just have enough control over the technology and safeties in place and emergencies and whatever, to not just be at the mercy of it.
Yeah.
In that sense.
Exactly. Yeah, so, and for the third question, we talked about which one was better, defense or offense. So we kind of decided that like a balanced approach was better.
Yeah, but it's okay if you're one or the other a bit
on
more.
one spectrum. Yeah.
Wait a minute, before you were saying offense is the best defense, you were saying best defense is offense.
Yeah. What did I say earlier?
Yeah, you said the best offense is defense.
No, I said the best defense is offense. We're gonna have to check out the recording.
Rolled the tape back. He said.
No, but I'm just quoting my friend here.
Yeah, but before I did say, best defense is offense, you're like, no, it's the other way around. It's best.
Well,
offense.
If I did say that, I apologize. And the real quote is, the best defense is offense.
Yes, that's what I also remembered. But even if you say best offense is defense, it's just X equals X.
Yeah, it's like a loop.
It's a loop.
Yeah.
We need to find a loophole.
We found one.
Yeah.
And so the last question was, does every event have a cause?
Yes.
We would say yes for the most part.
Well, yeah. I mean, besides the quantum,
besides the quantum shit, then
everything
else should have a cause.
Just because you can't understand it doesn't mean it didn't have a cause. So
yeah. And going back to that Big Bang thing, that's probably like somewhat on the quantum level. So there's no way to know that if it was random or not,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Big Bang, that's another, leave that to the astrophysicists.
Yeah, you guys can figure it out. If you let me know what happened, let me know. Write a comment.
Write a whole novel.
Yeah, write a novel for us. All right, so that was the last question. Hope you liked that topic.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, so that wraps up today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed the philosophically deep episode. So you could watch us on all your favorite streaming platforms: YouTube, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify. I don't know if I mentioned that one.
Probably.
I did now. So yeah, you could check us out on all those platforms. You could write a comment, leave us what you think. Give us ideas for next episodes if you want. Let us know what you're curious about, and that's about it.
Leave a like and subscribe if you want to see more.
Yeah, always do that. It'd be appreciated.
Yep. And we'll catch you guys next time.
Yep, catch you guys on the next one. Thanks.
So to finish off, I will hand.
Oh yeah, I gotta get
my friend
my mini piano here. Oh, all right. There we go.
Do you know where to press?
I know exactly where to press.
But before, I need to start my own run.
All right, do it.
Catch you guys later.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye.